Why was Olivia Rodrigo's sophomore album nominated for a Grammy? Was it because she pushed boundaries? Was it the popularity of the album? Was it well written? Or was another artist snubbed? Today in this video, we find out why. Within the hip-hop community, the Grammys are something that people say we gave up on, yet every year the Grammy nominations come out. The community is frustrated about the nominations and the snubs that it comes with. As it pertains to the pop community, I don't really know how they feel about the Grammys because it's not a community I'm a part of. Most beloved pop artists like Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, Dua Lipa, etc. aren't making music catered towards a black male who likes hip-hop and R&B music, but I'm not one to not want to broaden my horizons, and there's pop artists who have dropped music that I've loved. So I thought it would be fun to listen to these Grammy-nominated albums and see what I think about them. So in today's video, I'll be reviewing and figuring out why Guts by Olivia Rodrigo was worthy of an Album of the Year nomination. There's a lot of things that can play a part in an artist getting a Grammy nod, but something that's always prominent, especially for the Album of the Year category, is commercial success, which, to no surprise, Olivia Rodrigo would have commercial success, as Guts is a follow-up to Sour, an album that took over not only the internet and TikTok, but even got within the communities that I'm in. I had influencers I follow and friends ask me if I checked out the album and told me that I'm missing out. Driver's License was inescapable, and Sour even ended up becoming a platinum album, catapulting Olivia Rodrigo into superstardom quicker than I'm sure she even expected herself. In a world of stars and celebrities constantly falling off and struggling to stay on, as our current culture is quick to forget people, with TikTok and social media constantly highlighting new songs and talents, it feels like Olivia Rodrigo was the first to claim a spot for herself within her class of pop stars. So, to no surprise, her sophomore album was heavily anticipated, with a huge fan base excited and ready to listen. While the album doesn't match the insane streaming numbers that Sour, her debut, did, they're still insanely impressive. This isn't only due to her being just a huge artist, but there are tons of hits on this album that come from amazing production and witty songwriting. The pop punk or pop rock sound with addicting hooks and songs like All American Bitch, Bad Idea Right, and Get 'Em Back, while still having fantastic ballads on the album like Vampire and The Grudge. It kind of surprised me in a sense that I feel like ballads have to be impressive for them to rack up huge streaming numbers, because there's something that I wouldn't personally listen to unless I was in a certain mood. But then again, I don't think this music is for me in the first place. I'd love to hear if you guys have to be in a certain mood to listen to these ballads. Olivia Rodrigo's songwriting is extremely impressive to me. The album has versatility in not only song structure but topics, especially considering she's just a 20-year-old who has a lot of life experiences ahead of her. All American Bitch is an outstanding opening track, which to me almost plays as satire, highlighting all the contradictions and such that it takes for her to be the perfect woman, as they're not only absurd expectations within partners but the media as well, making it where they may have to sacrifice who they truly are, and this song of hers points out how ridiculous it is while also making fun of it. It almost reminds me of the character Amy Dunn in Gone Girl when she talks about being the cool girl and what she had to do to become it. I'd say the topic of womanhood, if you will, is later explored again in a different manner on Pretty Isn't Pretty, where she sings about the beauty standards that women have to face coming from all the external factors that they see on social media and real life, how everything around her makes her feel insecure, and no matter how much work she gets done on herself or makeup she applies, she'll never be pretty enough. While these are general lyrics and thoughts, I think that's what makes her such a talented songwriter. She's not only personable within her music, but she's also extremely relatable. Her carving her place as a pop star at her age gives people around her age a more relatable feel within her music, and her speaking in depth of how social media may impact her life or the way she views relationships is something anyone around her age could easily relate to. The Ballad of a Homeschooled Girl is a great song with personable writing, in which the song title guides you through the lyrics as someone who is a homeschool kid and they can't pick up on social cues or understand social settings. Her reflection on who she is or who she was as a kid growing up, I think this could be relatable to people in the lyrics, and I thought the song was good and the playfulness was funny, especially looking at the way she closed the song, saying she can't think of a third line. She also does a great job balancing her writing on this album. Not saying her rock pop songs don't have intricate themes and lyrics, but I feel like within her ballads, it's where singing and songwriting truly shines. Taking the Bed is a song reflecting on life, fame, and realizing things are how she imagined. Her using the vampire theme all throughout Vampire while pouring her heart out and matching the progression of the instrumental elevated this ballad to a whole nother level, and despite having a lot of changes from rock pop and these emotional ballads, not a single song seems out of place. The track listing was cohesive and great. So Olivia Rodrigo's ability to not only write hits, but have well thought, personal, and relatable lyrics within her songs make it perfect for a Grammy Album of the Year nod. Does impressive songwriting really matter if your vocals aren't up to standard? Of course, this isn't a problem for Guts, as Olivia Rodrigo showcases good vocal ability all throughout the album. She's not one of the best vocalists I've ever heard, but she still has a great voice with a nice range and power. In tracks like Vampire and Logical, her voice resonates beautiful with depth and emotions. And then on rock pop tracks, her vocals do a great job showing the angst or frustration if needed. I just believe her singing changes track by track for whatever sound is necessary. Absolutely nothing to do with the Grammys, but my favorite songs from the album are All American Bitch, Bad Idea Right, Lacey, and Love is Embarrassing. Maybe a basic list, but I think because the writing on most of these songs are very good. As for tracks I didn't like, I don't have any. I don't think there was a single bad song on this album. So why was this nominated for Album of the Year? I think it was pretty obvious Olivia Rodrigo's ability to write a great song and execute it with her singing ability made for an album with no filler and 12 non-stop great songs that were critically well received. Combine that with superstar levels of commercial success and you get yourself an Album of the Year nomination. As I said though, I don't necessarily listen to pop music often, and I'm not the target audience within her music and writing, so I'm sure there's tons of things I missed. I'd love to be corrected or hear your opinion on the album down in the comments. Hopefully I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.